have to talk about this date I went on. Okay, so I downloaded Bumble for a week, and after a week, I deleted it. I was like, I don't have time for this. There's weirdos on here. Don't want to be on Bumble anymore. Delete. So last week, I was standing outside of this restaurant waiting for my Uber, and this guy comes like sprinting up to me. And he was like, I saw you on Bumble. I never thought I would see you in person. Like, if I didn't introduce myself now, I didn't think I was going to get the chance. I really want to go out with you. You know, like, will you go out with me? And I was like, I actually appreciate that. I appreciate the confidence. Most guys wouldn't do that. Yes, I'll go out with you. You know, here's my number. Text me. We'll go out. Great. So he texts me that night, and then 2 days later, he's like, next week, Wednesday, 7:30 p.m., it's a date. I'll pick you up. I'm like, love that he's planning in advance. This has got to be like, you know, a really great date that he has planned. He's waiting for his big moment a week in advance. He texts me the next day, and he's like, forgot to say, wear a dress. And I'm like, oh, where are we going? So date night comes around. I'm like getting all ready. I wear my best dress. I don't eat before because I'm like, we're probably going to go get some food. It's 7:30 p.m. dinner time, maybe do an activity. Like, what does he have planned? So he picks me up. We're like driving past all these nice hotels, these nice restaurants. I'm like, which one are we going to? We drive. We turn the corner. It gets very dark. Don't know where we are at this point. We turn another corner into this tiny little parking lot. I'm like, which one? Where are we? Basically. He's like, we're going through here. Walk through these little trees. Like, okay. Walk through the trees. We get to this little tiny courtyard, and I look around, and it's a hostel. It's a hostel, and there's a little tiny bar on the side. And there's a little courtyard. There is no one around except for like two guys like headbanging with their Beats headphones on, smoking a joint. I'm like, well, okay, maybe this is like the pre-dinner, like the little nice little chit chat spot before we like continue on. So we go to the bar, and I'm like looking at the drink menu, and he's like, I don't drink alcohol. I was thinking we could just get some waters and we can talk. And I'm like, okay, I'll get a Diet Coke then. We'll get some waters. But you know, is this the only place that we're going? Are we getting food after? Like, you know, what's the plan for the night? Just so I'm mentally prepared. And he's like, yeah, there's not really a plan. I don't do dinners on the first day, the first date. I'm like, okay, well, you told me to wear a dress. It's 7:30 at 8 o'clock at this point. I'm like, I'm starving. And he's like, well, I'm sorry, I don't do dinners. I'm like, all right. So I get up and I go ask the bartender. I'm like, what snacks do you have? Like, I'll pay for it if that's the issue. You know, what snacks do we have? He's like, we have nachos and we have mozzarella sticks. I'm like, I'll get one of each and extra water. Please and thank you. So we sit down, and he starts talking about his entire life story, what he wants in a woman, how he's such a great catch. Everything he was saying, honestly, one ear out the other. I was listening to my stomach rumbling the entire time. I'm like, I don't even know what this man's saying. I'm just like, I need food. If we go get a pizza or like chicken fries at this point, I'd be happy. So he brings back the food after like 20 minutes. And the guy starts, I'm not kidding, eating like all of it. Like the mozzarella sticks, I think I had half of a mozzarella sticks. I was trying to be like dainty. So I like take a bite, put it down, take a bite. They were all finished. They're all gone. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, do you want to like, you know, should we grab a pizza after this? Like, what should we do? I have to wake up early the next day. It's Wednesday night. I'm like, you know, I can't be out too late. So 9 o'clock rolls around. I'm like, it's getting a little late. I got to go to CVS. I need to get like, you know, my earplugs, my NyQuil. He was like, I can take you there. We'll go to CVS together. I'm like, okay. In the back of my head, I'm like, I want snacks. So I go to CVS. He was like, I really didn't think our night was going to end here, but you know, I'm glad that we had such an amazing date. I'm like, yeah. So I'm walking up all down the aisles of CVS. I grab like earplugs, NyQuil, grab popcorn, ice cream, like everything for the perfect night in by myself. And he's just watching all of this happen. So he drops me off, and I went back upstairs. I sprawled out the ice cream. I had a glass of wine. I had the popcorn, the chips, the Cheetos, the whole 9 yards for the perfect night in. Had the best time. And he texts me. He was like, you know, we really should do this again sometime. You know, next time, like, you know, I'll bring some like crackers. Anyways, moral of the story is sometimes you should just not go on the date, and you should just stay at home with all the snacks by yourself. Or I do think that the guy should maybe if you want to do a water date, it should be afternoon time, or a coffee date in the morning. You should not pretend like you're planning it a week in advance and tell her to wear a dress when you are going to get waters. So I just wanted to throw that out there, and I just think that I'll ask for the location next time of where we're going to be going and if I should eat ahead. So that's my date. Okay, thank you.